Hey, what's up you guys? Wyattxhim here, and today I'm going to do a list unlike any other. This is going to be the top 20, not 10, metal YouTubers. Yes, all 20 of these accounts are fucking awesome and deserve your attention. I have all their links to their accounts right below, 20 through number 1. And here are the conditions of this list. 1. I'm not in this. I did not put myself in this, alright? Regardless of if I put myself number 1 or number 20, no, it's taking up the spot, and I don't need to be in it. Number 2, in order to be in this, all you need is to present metal content in any form. It doesn't have to be just straightforward metal, too. It can be anything that just presents metal, in my opinion. Number 3, the 3 things I look for in these accounts are really, their CD collections, what they present. Their other things are, their views on things. That's one big thing. Do I agree with their opinions, and just my overall personal opinion of them. Also, yes, I have a few people on here that I know personally, and that doesn't affect their ranking. I'm looking strictly on how they present and do their YouTube videos. So anyway, let's get this underway. And also, just a heads up, 20 through 10 are accounts I think are good, but I'm going to have a few things that I just don't like about them, that hopefully maybe they can learn, just take my opinion from it, or, just they can still do what they're doing regardless of what I say, because they're all great accounts. 9 through 1, I just think just continuously doing what you're doing. So, let's get this underway. Number 20 is Will Dean. Now, he has a couple of videos, and they're pretty good so far. It's just the fact that he would be a lot higher on the list if it wasn't for the fact that he hasn't made a video in quite some time. But, yeah, it's a pretty cool stuff that he has overall. You should just check it out for the hell of it, because you might discover a few, stuff. Number 19 is That's Not Metal. Another YouTuber that hasn't made really much anything. Well, he has made a lot of content. It's just he hasn't made a video in quite some time. He does a lot of views. And he does it thoroughly. That's really all he really does. So there's not much else that he really talks about or shows. But it's still pretty interesting how he views stuff, and I think he's definitely worth subscribing to. Next, number 18. This is the only girl, surprisingly, on this list. Her YouTube account name is Foxy Pancakes, and she hasn't made anything for quite a few months now, but she did a few reviews, and her metal shirt collection is pretty interesting, and you should definitely give her a subscription, or subscribe to her, because I feel like, with a little bit of a wake-up call, she might get back into doing what she was doing. Next, number 17, yet again, another YouTuber that hasn't made much content in like 3 or 4 months, is Lord Gore Freak. He really shows off a lot, and I mean a lot, of CDs and in his collection, and it's really interesting because I really discover a lot from his videos just from watching his CD collection, and I've learned and discovered a lot of music thanks to him. And I really hope, throughout the months he's still doing what he likes doing, collecting CDs. And hopefully after these long 4 months he has a big-ass video to show, hopefully, if he gets back into it. Next is Luke Hammerheart, another YouTuber that I really like viewing. It's just yet again, he hasn't made much as of recently, merely like 6 or 5 months, I believe, even longer. But, yeah, the stuff he presents, it's huge. It has a lot of stuff going for it. And, yeah, he's another interesting YouTuber that you should check out. Next, number 15. He's been doing pretty consistently good work so far. And he is called Counterbeat, number 15. He shows off a lot of reviews, which is interesting. So you kind of get a feel of what you're going to discover thanks to his reviews. And I like the fact that he reviews a lot of underground stuff too, not the more known stuff, but more underground stuff. So it's like you get a description of this new thing, so it's really neat. Next, number 14, his account is called Black Death, Thrash, and Doom, or Black Death Thrash Doom. That's the name of his account. Yet again, a really consistent, good metal YouTuber, I should say, that has a huge ass fucking collection behind him, and it's really interesting how he does his lists and his CD updates. So yet again, a guy that really shows off those four subgenres of metal that you should check out. Next, number 13. His name is Brutalizer79. Hasn't made much, I believe, in the past few months, but yet again, just a huge ass collection. A lot of his videos are focused on his CD updates, and it's really interesting to see what he shows off. I mean, if you've noticed so far throughout this list as of right now, I'm really interested in people who show off their CD collection, because, you know, you discover something new and you get a little bit of a debrief of what you're going to get in for, and that's what I like with YouTubers such as Brutalizer79. Give him a subscription. Yeah. Number 12, this is a guy I really look forward to in his CD and vinyl updates. He is Metal Viking 82, another great YouTuber who his videos are somewhat on the short side, but I am interested on all the stuff he shows off, and I like his taste in music. He really just goes all over the place with it, from deathcore to death metal to black metal to progressive death metal to just all over the place, and I love it. And yeah, he's definitely a YouTuber who really focuses on updates, but it's really interesting to see what he buys, because you discover a lot of new stuff thanks to him. Next, number 11 is one of the big names. It's Cover Killer Nation. Now, I'm just going to say all the negative things first, so I can end it on a positive note. The few things I just don't like about him is the fact that what he reviews is stuff that you would mostly find in your everyday CD store, which isn't that bad since he literally reviews everything, so that kind of makes up for it. The other thing I just don't care for, and this is the only other thing, but it's not that much of a big deal, that his videos can be 10 plus minutes long, which I don't feel like they need to be that long. But, you know, again, he's really thorough with his reviews, and I really applaud him for it. And he's a great YouTuber that you should check out, even though most likely you already have, and I have. And I really like his opinions on things. He's a really smart dude, and, you know, he definitely deserves those 31,000 subscribers and counting. And I feel like he'd make a really neat store, because that's kind of like his dream, is to make a like a Cover Killer Nation CD store. And I think that'd be wicked cool if he ever got a chance to do that. And even though I think he lives in like Philadelphia or Pennsylvania, I'd honestly drive down there to see what it would be like if he made a CD store. So yeah, dude, keep dreaming, keep trying, and I'll keep watching your videos to see if it ever happens. Alright, that was number 11. Number 10 is, his name is Runner J Ma, or Josh Miho, and this YouTuber personally doesn't like me, alright? But that doesn't change what I think of his account, alright? Please don't ask why he doesn't like me. I know why, just don't ask, okay? But regardless, ending it on a positive note, what I like about his account is the fact that he reviews a lot of stuff that is extremely underground. Even though it's really just all positive reviews that makes it somewhat cliche, he makes up for it for the fact that it's just stuff you would never ever find. And it's really interesting to see, you know, what he reviews, because it's always different. One second it's death metal that you've never heard of, Sulphur Aeon. Next second it's just a really chaotic black metal band that you've never heard of. I just love the fact that every review he does, I discover something new on top of it, and I really applaud him for the stuff that he reviews, and he's very thorough, and he's very professional with his reviews, and I really enjoy his channel regardless of what he thinks of me. Next, number 9, I recently discovered this dude a few days ago, and I just love the stuff that he shows off. He has a big vinyl collection, and it's just stuff that I really, am interested in watching with just his vinyl collection alone. It's a Brady Spencer, really cool dude that, even though I don't know him personally, he just comes off really cool to me. And his collection is huge, it's ever growing, and it's really interesting too. I like how he shows off all the little attributes to each vinyl that he has, the color of it, the little brief description of it, and it's just really interesting to me. And you know, lately I've been really getting into vinyl, if you've kind of seen back there, and I really am starting to get into people who show off their vinyl collections a lot, and Brady Spencer is one of those guys that has a really big and ever so growing vinyl collection that you should check out as well. Next, number 8 is a really cool dude. I believe he's from Great Britain. I might be wrong. I really hope I'm not. He's Hugh Morgan. I believe that's his name, Hugh Morgan. I have him on Facebook. Really cool dude who's laid back. I really like his approach on his reviews. They're not too long. They're roughly around the 5 to 7 minute mark, which is great. I love his CD collections because, once again, it has a huge variety to it that's all over the place that I love, and his CD collection is absolutely humongous. I mean, you see his the background of his room and his videos, and it's just filled everywhere with CDs and vinyls, and it's fucking awesome. You should check him out right after this video. Hugh Morgan at number 8. Next, number 7. I discovered this guy a few weeks ago. I just added him on Facebook. No, that doesn't change the fact that he's number 7 on this. This is Backmasking, I believe that. Yeah, Backmasking. And once again, this guy has some really rare and really hard to find stuff that, even though he's only made, I believe, only a handful of videos, it makes up for it just because of the fact that everything he's shown is stuff I've never heard of. Pretty much 99.9% of it is black metal, but it's really interesting because it's just really underground stuff that it's very rare and very hard to find, and he just has it there in his collection. It's just really interesting to see every vinyl he shows off because it's just really straightforward showings, nothing fancy, but it's just all really rare and really hard to find stuff, and I really look forward to each time he uploads a video, because it's just, to me, it's like, hey, I'm going to discover another 10 bands or something, because he just continuously shows off stuff that I've never heard of, and I love his videos. Next, number 6, this is my really good friend that I sometimes go to shows with. It's Brian Likes Metal 666. Yes, I'm a good friend with him. I go to shows with him around the Palladium and other little places. And what I love about his channel is that he kind of does everything like me. He has thought videos that are really interesting and really professional, how they come off. He has CD updates that, once again, has a lot of variety to it. And he's starting to collect vinyls now, which is really neat. And he does reviews from time to time. And once again, he's really good at doing it. Brian, he comes in at number 6 just because he does everything, and it's really interesting when he uploads stuff, and he easily makes number 6 for me, and he has a really kick-ass room as well. Next, number 5, this guy is, a legend, pretty much, in the viewing world. I think when we all try to become a reviewer, it's because of this guy who kind of inspired us to be like, oh, I can say that and do that and try to be as funny or as, enthusiastic as him. This is the Needle Drops, Anthony Fantana. He makes number 5. He would make number 1. It's just not everything about his channel is metal, but it's just the fact that the metal stuff he does, the discussion videos that he makes, is extremely professional, and I love it. I love that most of the time I agree with him when it comes to album reviews, such as Ghost's first album he gave a 9, Behemoth's album he gave a 9, the new Napalm Death album he gave an 8 out of 10. I mean, there's rare times I disagree with him, like the time he gave Infestissima a 5 out of 10, or when he gave Portal's new album a 5 out of 10. But that's what the interesting thing about him. It's always all over the place, his reviews and his opinions, and it's just really interesting to see what he gives, the albums that you really like listening to. I love his vinyl updates, because it's not just metal, and you do discover a lot of stuff thanks to this guy, and he's just a really interesting person to watch do his thing in his reviewing, and he easily makes number 5 for me. Next, number 4, this is pretty much the metal version of the Needle Drops, in my opinion. This guy is Mike Seatown. Really, his reviews, it's either all rap or all metal. It's like these two giant walls, and he decides which, or two giant rooms, and he decides which room he wants to take. And that's what I like about his channel so much. His vinyl collection is ginormous, alright? Pretty much my background is just, if I had his, vinyl collection, my background would just be vinyls all over the place. And that's what his is, and it's just insane to look at. And I like the fact that he's not really afraid to give his opinion about stuff. I also like the fact that the stuff he mostly reviews 90% of the time is black metal, and I'm really getting in more and more into black metal every day, so it just works out perfectly. And Mike Seatown's an awesome guy to discover new music, regardless if you like rap or metal. Awesome dude. Next, number 3 is another good friend of mine from Florida. Apparently I'm going to hang out with him September and do vinyl shop, which is going to be fucking awesome. This is Canyon Bickle at number 3. I'm not going to sound like a fanboy of his, but in a way, he kind of, like, he didn't tell me to do this, but when I watched his videos, like parts 1 through 26 of his vinyl collection, it really made me want to go out and be like, I want to buy vinyls now, because I love just how much fucking stuff this dude has. I love the fact that, every time he shows off a vinyl, he's like, here's the poster, here's what the vinyl looks like, here's the, the gatefold, here's all the lyric sheets, here's the thank you notes. Like, he just shows off everything, and in a way, just watching his videos alone made me want to get vinyls a lot. I mean, before I ever saw his videos, I had like 2 to 5 vinyls. Now I have a little over 60 and more to come, pretty much. And yeah, his collection is insane, like literally fucking insane, and it's ever growing every day. And the stuff he knows is stuff that hopefully I can know half of, because it's just insane how much stuff this dude knows. Next, number 2, another person that I'm friends with on Facebook. And I think, this guy just says and does everything perfectly when it comes to discussions, to updates, to reviews. This is Sean Count Blagareth. Yes, easily makes number 2 for me, and here's why. His discussion videos I love. His newest one so far was Metal Sucks in quotation marks. I mean, modern metal sucks in quotation marks. And I love the fact that he brings out a good point that really now metal nowadays is better than ever. I mean, we're trying new things. We're really expanding what we started on, and I really, he gave me like a new way of looking at things with that video, along with a few others discussion videos that I really agree on and I really approve 100%, along with the fact that even though he's kind of stopped doing reviews as of now, he's really thorough with his reviews and really descriptive, and I love it. And his update videos are just, they're never small, they're huge, there's so much stuff he shows off, and he easily makes number 2 for me. And number 1, obvious enough, The Infidel Amsterdam makes number 1. And I know what you're thinking, Wyatt, that's just so cliche. He has all the, the most YouTube subscribers for a metal channel. Obviously, what's the point? There's a reason why he has the most. 1, his discussion videos, perfect. 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 He's made me look at things a lot differently now. Like, for example, when he talked about how in the army, like, why he doesn't like the army as much is because why is it that when we attack a country, how does that make us free? When he said that really made me look at things a little differently. Just how, and really the overall, just how to take an opinion. I really started like thinking in a different way thanks to his videos. His CD collection is over 1,000 plus, which is insane, and it's mostly death metal, which I'm totally fine with because I love death metal. And his vinyl collection is ever so growing. It's just, this guy has just so much stuff to show off. He's a really cool and funny and entertaining YouTuber. Easily makes number 1 for me. And yeah, that's my top 20 list for metal YouTubers. If you have any agreements or disagreements, comment below, let me know. And yeah, I'm not looking for anyone to give me a shout out back. This is, it's up to them if they want to. I'm not doing this for, attention. I'm just doing this because I want you guys to discover new stuff, music and YouTubers. and that's why I made this list. So thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, and supporting me. You guys are the fucking best, and keep it metal.